like you lost another one.
What's up, guys? Keyshawn here, back with you. Another alternate universe what if, and this is going to be the 200 subscriber special. Yes, I'm surprised too. I just realized that, and I want to thank all of y'all subscribers for subscribing to me and watching my alternate universe what if. Now, this is going to be this is going to actually be what if I was in My Hero Academia, plus of what if Deku was a Hollow and I was a Hollow. Now, how would this happen? How would this work? And how would the story make sense? Well, first of all, it's not going to make sense. Second of all, whatever happens in the story stays in the story. And third of all, this is not going to be an 18 only. Because kind of half. Maybe not. Maybe so. But how we're going to make this happen? Well, we're going to have pretty much the Bleach series that already ended, you could say. And the My Hero pretty much anime, and we're gonna merge it together. Now, how's that gonna be merged together? Well, we're gonna pretty much end the Bleach series, how it ended in the manga, Ichigo having a son and all that, and we're going to have the new age of My Hero Academia. Now, the Soul Society and all that, all that stuff is still there and all that, but pretty much Hollows and all that. It's still there, but they have the other world and all that, and sometimes they come out, which Soul Reapers comes in and take them out. Now you have heroes with quirks and stuff, which the Soul Society doesn't really care about, but they keep eye on the human race evolving with quirks and all that. And sometimes they appear, but many people with quirks think, oh, maybe that's their quirk and stuff, and they see Hollows with which they think those are like malfation, hazardous quirks. Which it's not, it's Hollows. Now, how Deku would have pretty much the Hollow power. And what I'm going to do is basically we're gonna have Deku be kind of a we're gonna make him kind of a hybrid of sorts. Now, how we're gonna have this? We're gonna have a man we're gonna make him kind of like I forgot those people names, but we're gonna make him like those people. I think the X-Tros or something, but what Ichigo was fighting, but we're gonna say those. Now, one of them, thinking about making hybrid, like half human with a quirk, and he was looking for a right super host, and we're gonna say he found Inko, and he did his thing, and then they hit it off, and he got her pregnant, and he pretty much tells her that he's gonna be back. He's gonna be gone for a while, but he's gonna give her calls and stuff and support her wherever he can, and he disappears. Now, this is where Deku was born, and right now we're going to switch to pretty much me. And I'm not going to explain of how this and that would happen. We're just going to pretty much work our way up to it. Now, this boy is born into the Hollow Realm, or should I say the Dark Realm, you could say. And it's a baby. Now, this baby is pretty much born as a half Hollow and a half human. Or you could say a half Hollow and something else, you could say. Born with a full mask, and we're gonna say this mask is like Ichigo, full setup of this mask. Pretty much wondering and trying to figure out what is his goal, what he wants to do, once he wants to fight. And this boy name was Keyshawn. Now this boy is born in this world, wandering the hologram, eating hollows, destroying things, getting stronger every minute. This is where he sees a light that was so bright and shining from a tree. He walks through it, breaking his mask, each by each, until he reaches into that light, and he appears into a world that he ever seen before. Falling from the sky, he lays down, pass out, which a woman sees him, and that woman is Inkugo, which Inko pretty much asks if the kid's alright, which he says he's alright, which he gets up and says he's going, which she offered him, does he have anywhere to stay, which he says no, and she offered her home to him, which he would be staying there. Now, we switch with Deku and Kishan basically. Now, this Kishan is pretty much older than Deku, pretty much going to be like the older brother to Deku, since he's living in the household. And he's black. So, yeah, I'm black, he's black, so, yeah. But, basically, Deku's born in, we're gonna say, Deku's pretty much, growing a little bit, we're gonna say a little bit older, but they're pretty much, Deku's going, being friends with Baku and stuff, and we're gonna go a little bit forward into the, where Bakugo gets his quirk. Now, Bakugo, gets a little bit cocky and stuff, and we're gonna say he bullies the kid, and we're gonna say this is the part where, when Deku defends the kid, where he didn't have a quirk, and this is where Bakugo throws the big explosion at Deku, and Deku gets the full explosion at him. We're gonna say Bakugo can control his quirk, and he throws a big explosion into Deku's chest, which is supposed to kill him, which Deku doesn't die. He turns into, you could say, this transformation of a hollow form, and he's screaming like a hollow, saying like all that, and pretty much activates the full hollow, and he teleports and bashes Bakugo in the face, Kid Bakugo in the face, and sends him flying, which Kid Bakugo hits the tree and pretty much having a nosebleed and crying, which Deku about to form a true mega beam and blast him from existence until Kishan comes in and pretty much knocks him out, saying, so you're like me, and picks him up and takes him back to the house. This is where Bakugo gains sort of a fear for Deku, but also a hatred. Now we're going to skip a couple years, and this is going to be the middle school. And I'm going to say me and Deku is in the same school. I'm a little bit older, but not like older than an adult or anything. We're just a little bit, I'm just older brother, but we're in the same school. Pretty much Deku, Kishan talking, also making peace with each other. Well, yeah, making peace and talking to each other. And Kishan is pretty sure talking to Deku and saying that the quirk you think you have, that's not a quirk, that's kind of a hollow transformation, or you could say a full form. I can control it, you could see here, and I have mini transformation, which I should pretty much tell you, Deku is going to have the first up to third transformation of hollow, and I might give Deku Fullbringer, and nah, we can go up to Fullbringer. And Kishan, he has, pretty much up to the, I forgot the organization, but it's up to, he can switch up to Fullbringer, or up to a Fullbringer transformation. And his blade is pretty much Kishan blade is pretty much of a scythe, so it's a scythe that can slash things and can also open up dimensions, you could say. Actually, no, it's not that. It's kind of like think of Assassin's Creed Black Flag. You know those gun swords that you can find? Yeah, it's like those. He can slash and shoot. So, and he can also open dimensions if he feels like it. But yeah, Deku will have a sword that's basically a katana. Have a katana. So, but not like each kills, but a different katana. But that's pretty much going to be their transformations and their upcoming. So let's continue the story. Kishan's basically pointing him that he can train him with his hollow transmissions and stuff, which Deku is asks him to let him think about it, which Kishan agrees and just let him think about it. Now they sit in the classroom. Now Baku comes in, and we're gonna say this is the end of the anime, and Baku comes in and he pretty much looks at Deku with fear but also disgust of like, I know what you are, you freak. So, which Deku regularly kind of doesn't care because Kishan been training him up to like not to care and feel free to do what you want to do and stuff, and no one controls him, and he should not be afraid of anyone. So Deku's pretty much chilling, reading his book, and the teacher walks in saying, hold on, sorry about that. Where basically the teacher says, "Oh, what am does anyone?" He said, "What am I getting?" "Oh, yeah, I want to become a hero." Lifting, throwing the paper up, which everybody is happy about. Which everybody, screaming, happy about. Bakugo gets up, sit, like pretty much is saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna go to the Hero Academy thing. I'm gonna become the number one hero, and then loser's gonna be that and all that." Which Kishan is pretty much just laughing a little bit, saying like he's gonna be a hero. Which Bakugo says, "What do you say?" Which Kishan looks at him and says, "I didn't say anything." Gives him a death stare, which Bakugo is afraid of. Which Deku does a little smirk too, laughing a tiny bit. But the teacher says, "Oh, look like there's three only participants. Bakugo, Mizuki Midoriya, and Kishan." Now, this is where Bakugo looks at both of them and discuss and grabs the book and says, "What do you think you're doing, freak? Like you're going to be a hero with that power you have," and pretty much blows up Deku's book. Which this is where Deku is about to turn let loose and get angry. Well, getting angry at Bakugo, saying, "What the hell is your problem?" Which this is where I come up. Well, I'm gonna say I come up and punches Deku in the face, sending him flying out the window. Which Deku says, saying, "Kishan, why you did that?" And I say, "Oh, my bad. My bad. Was you about to do it?" And Deku says no. Which I say, "Oh, sorry. Well, we can get you a new book." And we pretty much grab our stuff and head out. Now we're going to the bridge. Pretty much walking, taking a shortcut, talking to each other, and thinking of what the test is going to be like, and explaining. This is where the Sludge Villain comes in, and he's going to grab a hold of me. But this is where I use my, we're going to say key. Not key, I think spiritual pressure. Yeah, spiritual pressure. And I pretty much set gravity down on him, leaving him like crashing the ground and creating a crater. Which Deku is amazed and asking, "How are you doing that?" And I basically look at him saying, "It's spiritual pressure, which you can pretty much put the force of gravity down, or walk up into the sky and stuff, or teleport, or you should say teleport to places and things." Which Deku was amazed and writing it down. And I'm basically saying, "I could teach you this when you're ready." Now this is where All Might comes in and the sword smash and send the Sludge Villain into the wall, knocked out. This is where All Might comes in, and I look at him confused, saying, "Who's this?" Deku says, "All Might," and pretty much freaking out, gushing, being a fanboy, saying, "I'm your biggest fan," and asking for an autograph, which All Might gives him an autograph, and asks me if I want an autograph, which I decline and says, "Nah, I'm good." This is where All Might do the Sludge Villain and put him in the water, and he leaps off. This is where Deku grabs onto All Might, because we're gonna say he grabs onto All Might this time, and he pretty much and this is where Deku lands on the building and sees All Might's transmission, which I teleport there and just appear beside and asks Deku why he did that. He says, because I want to ask All Might this question: can I be a hero with this power I have? With this power of devastation? And he's pretty much saying that my quirk, this, I don't have a quirk, but this power I have, it could easily destroy the world. And All Might basically, gives him the speech and saying, yeah, he can be a hero with the power he has instead of this quirk. And which All Might's confused, saying, this is where All Might disappears and goes down, start walking downstairs with his weak transmission. This is where the Sun Moon attacks Bakugo. Now Deku comes down and sees that Bakugo is pretty much trapped, and we're gonna say Deku pretty much freaks out and turns into his hollow transformation. And this is where Bakugo sees that transformation. He freaks out again because he remembers what Deku pretty much did to him when he was in that transformation, and Deku pretty much teleports and grabs the Slytherin. Because we're gonna say, when you have a hollow transformation, you can pretty much touch anything or kill anything. So Deku pretty much touches the Slytherin, yanks him off Bakugo, and throws him up, which he sets a big ray, we're gonna say ray beam, and blasts the Slytherin into accelerating it, basically killing it. Which Deku transforms back and passes out. Which I come in and catch Deku before he hits his face on the ground and pretty much lift him up. Which everybody's cheering for Deku, saying, wow, that's amazing, like he should be a pro. The doctors is going to check up on him and checking up on Bakugo. This is where All Might is amazing stuff. Now Deku is set free. I'm watching when I'm talking. This is where All Might comes in and pretty much offer Deku the pretty much the quirk one for all, and asks him to be the next successor, which Deku agrees in excitement, and he asks him to meet him at the beach. Which Deku asks, can Kishan be there to train me as well, because I want to learn how to control my power. Which All Might agrees, because he wants to know me and what's my origin and how come I can do many things that I have the same power of. Now, the 2 weeks at the beach, Deku does the whole garbage thing, which Kishan doesn't really do anything but sleeps, because I'm gonna say he's powerful because eating all those hollows plus eating all the Asuskios, I forgot the name, Asuski or something, I forgot the name, but eating those guys, destroying them, eating them, gaining their powers. I forgot to say that Kishan can also gain powers by eating them or just touching them or anything. And also this going to the white tree and getting scratched by it and stuff, we're gonna say it gives you a power buff before you go into white light and all that buff. So pretty much, yeah, Kishan's pretty much an OG god, but pretty much Kishan's laying there, this relaxing at the beach, watching Deku do his thing, doing all the lift stuff. And while he's doing that, I switch off to train him to how to use his spiritual pressure, how to use his powers, how to walk up in the sky, how to teleport left and right, and how to use his hollow form without transforming into a completely full hollow and lose control, because Deku can't control full hollow, he can only control the mask. So I also teach him how to do that. And my Bankai, Kishan's Bankai is basically is pretty much is the Scythe, where I'm basically saying, but his Bankai is a female that pretty much bonded with him relatively easy. So the bond between Kishan's Bankai is 100, so don't worry about that. But Deku's Bankai is going to be different, so uh, Deku gets trained how to, use the special pressure, the gravity, and all that, and also switch off by doing the garbage stand. Now, Deku is finished in the first week. Well, pretty much in the second week with the recycling thing, and he's pretty much buff and all that. Now, All Might pretty much, pulls out his hair and tells Deku to, eat it. And Deku says, wait, what? And All Might says, to pass down my quirk, you have to eat the hair. And, Deku says, alright. And he eats. Now, Kishan laughs and says, well, that's pretty weird. Do you have a fetish feeding kids your quirk? Which All Might says, no, what the hell? And which Kishan laughs and just saying, I'm joking. Now, Deku gets all for one quirk. And we're going to say, since Kishan touched Deku, he gets the one for all quirk. Now, both of them has the one for all quirk, which All Might doesn't know. And which I'm going to say I know about it, which Kishan knows about it. He has it, but Deku doesn't know. Now, All Might, says, alright, try it out now. Now, Deku lets out a full 100% a distort smash, which I'm gonna say it only damaged, kind of damaged his hand a little bit, but he has a regeneration, because we're gonna say how those have a regeneration ability, and his hand start regenerating a little bit back then, which All Might is quite amazed that his hand is not broken or anything. Now, Deku is gonna learn the full cowling later on, but he's just going to just do some crazy distort smash and stuff. Now, All Might, telling Deku is he's gonna go to the thing, and Deku is pretty much just saying yes, which he looks at Kishan and asks if he's gonna be going to the UN's, and which he says he guessed so, but he says yeah he is, which they go to get some sleep and they go to the entrance to him. Now, Kishan and Deku is pretty much talking to each other, saying that he's happy that he has a quirk and he doesn't have to use his power a lot, which Kishan says, but when the time comes and you really need it, we're going to keep training until you learn how to really master it, which Deku agrees, because he says, remember, your power is not against you, it's a part of you, it's more like your helper than your enemy, which Deku takes that by heart, because I'm going to say Kishan and Deku kind of treat each other like brothers, like respectively brothers. Now, they're heading to the thing, and Deku trips, this is where Uraka catches Deku. And Kishan looks and says, wow, amazing. Which, this is where Uraka says, I'm sorry, you was about to fall, so I catched you. Which Deku said, it's okay. What is your quirk? And she basically explains it. He says, wow, amazing. And he says, well, I'll see you later. And she pretty much, says, yeah, walks away. This is where, I say, wow, what a lady killer you are. Which Deku blushes and says, shut up. Now they head in, and they start taking their seats. And they sit with each other, waiting for the announcement. This is where Baku comes in, all pissed off and everything. And basically telling Deku that he didn't need his help from the sludge villain. And I pretty much don't say anything, just continue looking forward, which this is where Baku looks at me and says, and you damn weirdo, what are you? Which I pretty much put down the spiritual pressure and drop down on him. Put him down, makes him drop down as a heavy anchor. Which he's saying, what the hell's going on? Which this is where Deku says, can you stop? He's still my best friend. Which I roughly give a sigh of, and let him go. Now, this is where Nerve Glasses comes in, basically telling can you not, which I don't care. Now we're gonna continue wild tests. Um, I pretty much get a good score. Well, we're gonna say Keyshawn pretty much gets a good score in the IQ thing, which Deku reached second because he's not that smart. Um, well, he's intelligent, but not like intelligent. Everything else is a pass with Deku and well, yeah, with Deku and Keyshawn. Now the 0 point road test. The guy with the speakers is pretty much explaining everything, what they got to do and stuff, and everybody's getting listening and stuff. This is where he says 3, 2, 1, go, and they start going. Keyshawn makes a bet with Deku, saying, "If you reach first, I buy you that thing you wanted to have, that All Might figurine that cost a lot." And which Deku says bet, and they pretty much do the challenge. Now, Keyshawn's pretty much pulling out his 2 Bunkai swords, or pretty much summoning them, which he starts slashing robots, stabbing them, blasting. We're gonna say some key. Yeah, we're gonna say some key, or yeah, spiritual caster key. Basically, stabbing robots, blasting straight through them, destroying robots left and right. Racking up some points, which Deku is, pretty much destroying robots by kicking them, using the off one, and he's only using them not off one for all, pretty much using the short smashes and blasting robots left and right, damaging his hands, but it heals up quite easily. But Deku thinks he pretty much done with all the robots. Think he got enough points until he sees, well, you guessed it, the same girl that that saved him from falling on his face is getting trapped by a robot. Now the robot's coming in slowly, about to step on her, until he comes in and he, concentrate hard enough, and he forms the mask. And he pretty much leaps forward, and he does a short smash. But this is with the spiritual pressure too. So the gravity holds the robot still, and he pretty much smashes the robot, blowing the robot in pieces. Now Deku lands on the ground with an injured head and injured legs, but he gets back up because, like I said, hollow regeneration. And he pretty much picks her up and asks if she's right, and she says yeah. And she pretty much, about to say thank you till Deku, goes on and leaves. And we're gonna say he teleports because Keyshawn talking. Now they head home, pretty much sleeping, and they wake up, and Deku pretty much reached first by destroying the 0 point robot, which Keyshawn reached second, and Bako reached third. Now, Keyshawn in his room saying shit, and Deku, is smiling, saying, "Oh, Keyshawn, I would like my All Might figurine to be here by the next day." Which Keyshawn this smiles and says, "Alright." Now this is going to be part 1 of What If Deku was a Hollow / What If I was in My Hero Academia, part 1. Leave a like, leave a comment if you like this, if you want a part 2. This is the 200 subscriber special. Sorry that I didn't, do it earlier, but this is it. But I will make another video by today or probably tomorrow. But I'm Keyshawn Ochia. Thanks for watching and see ya.